so many plants. So today I went on a date. I didn't intend on going plant shopping. It just kind of happened. You see, my favorite plant shop was on the way home. I just couldn't pass it up. And I gave myself a budget. I only spent $12. And I got, I already had this, but I got all of these. And I'm so excited. So I got a few tomatoes that I don't have already. And I don't know where I'm gonna put them, but I'm gonna figure it out. So I got a Kellogg's breakfast. I feel like this is one that I keep hearing about on YouTube, so I had to get it. I got a Mr. Stripey. I actually had seeds of this, but as we know, my tomato seedlings did not do very well. I was very sad about it. This is one of the ones I was most excited about. So when I saw this, I was like, well, I have to get it. And this one is a green zebra. I thought that was cool. I don't know if it's a cherry or a large. It says 2 to 4 ounces. I'm not totally sure what that means. I also got a lemon verbena. Love this plant so much. I had one last year and then it died in the frost and never came back. It looks like this one flowered already. I don't know if I've ever seen it flower before, but I guess I'll have to save seeds if it does flower again, or hopefully I can get it established enough to where it'll overwinter. That is my child texting me. And then this is probably what I'm most excited about. It's a dwarf mulberry tree. I'm not totally sure where I'm gonna put this. I'm thinking about the side of my house because it gets a lot of afternoon sun and it's pretty much the only place I have room for any kind of shrub. Yeah, hopefully it fits there. I don't know. I haven't planned out that section yet. I might just leave this in the container for a while and then figure it out in like a month after I get my backyard squared away. I've been doing a lot of work in the garden the past few days, mostly mulching with leaves to avoid weeds popping up. I have also been taking out the rocks in my front yard. That's been so much work. It's like I had to hand pick through all of the silver dichondra, I think is what it's called, and just like around all the plants that I already have planted there, and then I had to cut away all of the landscape fabric that's all in between all the plants. It's starting to get hot outside. It's starting to get really warm. The past couple of days working outside, I've just been like sweating buckets. I feel like I'm acclimating slowly, but it's been so warm and humid and I'm just sweating a lot. But everything's coming to life. And I'm really happy about it. And I can't wait to plant these. I can't wait for this mulberry tree. I can't really have a whole lot of fruit trees because I just don't have a lot of space. I do have a peach tree, I have a fig tree, I have an elderberry tree if that counts, and then I planted that the little apple tree in my front yard. But I'm really excited about this dwarf mulberry. Oh, and then this coming week I am turning 31. So my dad's coming in town. He's actually coming into town because I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed and he's just coming to take care of me. I told him I wanted some 16-foot cattle panel trellises, which I can't transport on my own, and he said he would get that for me for my birthday. So right now I'm thinking I'm gonna get about 3 of them. I'm gonna put 2 along my fences, my like side fences, and I'm gonna use 1 to create an arched trellis. And once those go in, my backyard will be pretty much squared away. I do need to do tomato trellises on like 2 beds, and then there's some like random other things, but after that the bigger projects in my backyard will pretty much be done, besides like maintenance. I still need to plant out like cucumbers and pumpkins, but yeah, and then I guess I can start focusing on the front yard. I'm also looking for a part-time job, so that's a whole thing that I'm getting into right now. But yeah, let's go outside, let's go see some pretty things. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves in the greenhouse right now. The bottom one is not completely full. Down here, there's some weeds, first of all. Oh gosh, that one rooted into the soil. Wow. That was supposed to be pak choi, but it obviously did not do so well. I probably forgot to water it or something. These are the tomatoes. I'm keeping them, but they're still just not really doing well. Up here, these are pretty much all still tomatoes. I mean, I started these tomatoes in March, maybe? And some of them are still so tiny. Those are okay, but they're not great. And then Those were supposed to be eggplants, but I'm just gonna have to throw all these away. Here's a relatively new tray of seedlings. They've got wild bergamot, black magic bachelor buttons, feverfew. These are hollyhocks. They're supposed to be like the dark black ones. Butterfly flower, which I guess is milkweed. Bolero marigolds, crackerjack marigolds, Oktoberfest calendula, more hollyhocks, mission giant marigolds. This is a lettuce blend. I probably need to take those out and separate them. And then this is echinacea, a little guy right there. These are cosmos. I actually need to plant these out. They're getting a little leggy, and this one looks like it's gonna bloom actually. Back here, I think it's either the lettuce leaf basil or mammoth basil, and then maybe a calendula in the middle and an arugula to the left. These are all lavenders that I propagated, so are those. Then I've got some random things in here. This I think is a chard. I have no idea what this is. Some kind of lettuce. Hollyhock. And then maybe this is chard as well. And then up on top, I've got more tomatoes that I just couldn't get rid of. They're not doing so great. This is rosemary that I propagated. And then these are mostly empty, minus this, which is a viola. And then those are tomatoes as well. At this point, I should probably get rid of the tomatoes. I just kind of wanted to see what they would do. There are a few that look like I could plant them out, but I've already gotten tomatoes elsewhere and they're doing way better than the tomatoes that I already have. I'm not totally sure what happened. I think it might have been a soil issue. I just watched a YouTube video about compost. Like when you buy compost, sometimes you don't know what's in it and sometimes it can have like an herbicide in it. I don't know if that's what happened, but I do know that like all of my tomatoes and then the eggplants that I planted with it, I used the same soil and none of them did really well. And I also I potted up my peppers at a later time and those are okay. So I don't know. Next time I'll probably just plant them in individual pots and then leave them there until they're ready to go out. And that way I avoid uppotting them. That way I avoid any transplant shock and then just this whole situation. I don't know. What can you do? Everything else is doing great. All of my other seedlings have been great. I've been hardening them off really well. I've been putting them out in shaded areas for a couple of days and then gradually moving them out into more sun. And I feel like that's been working pretty good for me. Yeah, I'm really excited with my little greenhouse. Also, it may have been a light issue. I'm not sure I like these full spectrum grow lights that I got. These shop lights have actually been working a lot better for me. So I'll probably make a video on that. I guess it's just trial and error. Next year, hopefully I will do better. I got some pepper plants that I'm going to replace the ones that I grew from seed, but that didn't do so well. And I'm probably gonna set them out tonight and then plant them tomorrow because I have quite a busy schedule today. But I wanted to share with y'all which ones I got. I found them at Home Depot and H-E-B because that's where I happen to be. I got a poblano. It already has a little pepper on it. A habanero red, sweet heat pepper, a cayenne. I want to make my own cayenne pepper powder. Jalapeno, a Tabasco, a candy cane pepper, purple beauty, Mad Hatter pepper, Aristotle bell, Flavor Burst Sweet Bell. This one already has one on there. And then a YOLO Wonder bell pepper. So hopefully they all fit. I didn't count how many that I needed, but we shall see. This one's so cool because it has, I think this is the candy cane. The leaves are like slightly variegated. I don't know if you can tell. They'll probably be more variegated once they get bigger, but it's pretty. So I'm gonna set them out right now. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.